Now, I said I'd just make one video here on this Network Chiefs 1 money run that involves using the Genti. And main thing with this one is just to point out the main difference like between the minimum that you can pass this run with and the maximum that you can pass it with. And just definitely like, if you're doing this run, or if you haven't completed yet at least, because you can obviously only do these missions once, I just wanted to point out, like, don't be afraid to press start and quit out of this one if you're anywhere close to that 500, because it does make a big enough difference, especially this one over a long run. You want to just be kind of careful. It doesn't matter too much at the start of the run, but you really want to make sure that you're not finishing this run anywhere close to that 500, the minimum that you can come out of this one with, because obviously, like, these do make a difference as to what you bring forward with you. Like, if you finish this at 500, you're just going to come away with only 500 of those Syndicate coins. Just make sure and kind of hang back in the group. And just anytime you think there might be, like, enemies coming up behind you, just make sure you're 360ing kind of to, yeah, pick up on those Syndicate coins. That knockdown there, you know, that's just like if you're right next to somebody and you start to 360, your car won't... thankfully resetting doesn't punish you too much, but just stay in the middle here and just try 316 just to see if anything's going to come in behind you. Yeah, another 125 Syndicate coins. And again, you want to just make sure and try and go the direction the AI and the cops are. They do try and tend to avoid you. I noticed on the money run in Himalayas, all the AI goes down a different path completely. But it's just coming up towards the end here. Just make sure and avoid walls as much as possible, and try and see if you can get back in near the actual AI. But it is just a case of, like I said, if you're coming down here, and I've quit out of this one already once or twice, but if you're coming down here, just make sure and see that you're not anywhere near that 500. I'm just trying to catch the guys coming up behind me. Here we go. This is 100. Yeah. An extra 125 for just stopping. You don't have to win these races. All the winning or losing will do is just the difference between getting some extra credits, which are pretty useless in comparison to Syndicate coins. But yeah, that's like 891 extra Syndicate coins over what you could earn if you passed this with the bare minimum. So, like, I know 890 doesn't sound like a lot when you're talking about like having 100,000 of these Syndicate coins, but like 890, so that's pretty much a 50 token or so cost of thing. It's around €2 worth in the difference of actually, like, just for the sake of going back and doing it again to get those extra 800. So yeah, just on those money runs, just don't be afraid. Like I said, just if you're coming close to the finish line and you're really close to the bare minimum for passing it, just press start, go down, quit race, and just retry it again. In each one of these brackets, you'll always get 2 money runs. So, like, it doesn't matter about restarting it and retrying it or stuff. Like, every single one of the chapters has its own just 2 money runs. So, if you turn one of them down and quit out of it, you'll get a money run chucked back up to you again, the same ones. And also, I've seen people talking about trying to quit out of other races to cycle it so they would see other money runs. But no, it's always just 2 money runs per chapter of this Drive Syndicate event. But yeah, I just said I'd chuck one video up on this because that event was annoying me. I was getting close to the 500 a few times. I was like, man, this sucks. I don't want to cross this finish line. But yeah, hopefully you guys get somewhere close to the max out of this one and on the other events. All right, happy hunting, guys. Sub button up here as usual above my head, and my other videos here and here. I'll be covering like some of the tougher missions as you're coming up to the level 3 hazards in this Jesko event, and of course the unlocking of the Genti in the next couple of days, and then the Jesko itself in about a week and a half's time, I believe. Okay guys, happy hunting.